Hi blog people. So here's the deal. I'm outside because I was in my room and I hated everything at all about the lighting. So I was like, it's still light outside, I'm going out. So here we are. Frankie asked me to do a blog because oddly enough, she's been on top of it and I haven't. So here, let's see if I can get this even better. So she's actually posted a couple of blogs and I haven't posted in a while. So here I am. I've been writing, so I haven't really done that in a while, and I was just kind of starting to get back in the swing of things, but now, like, I'm finally, like, I'm starting to feel like me again. So if you remember, like, back around Nano time, I was writing all the time, and I was really excited about everything, and writing was awesome. And then winter happened, and there was this slew of editing and hating my life, and then after that, it got even worse, and I hated my life more, and none of the words were working, and the wrists were broken. I mean, like, broken, obviously not broken. So for a while, I haven't really been writing. That has changed. I got this random idea, and I think I mentioned it in my last blog post, but honestly, the blog posts are so few and far between nowadays that I can't even keep it straight, and I don't blame you if you can't. So, I got this idea for a book out of a dream, and it's like a book that's kind of like half dream, half not dream, and it sort of blurs the line of reality. So it's going quite well, and it's gotten to the point, like, at first I got really excited when idea graduated to Scrivener document, because when it becomes a Scrivener document, then it's like cataloged as like a real idea, and not just one of the plot bunnies flopping around in my brain. So that was pretty exciting. And then I was getting to the point where I was writing a little bit a day. I think one day I wrote like 7,000 words, and that was a good day for me. But then I kind of like tapered off a bit because I got really busy, and then I got back into writing, and now I'm actually writing fairly regularly. I've reinstituted the 9:30 sprints, which is what we did last year, is that every single night at 9 or 9:30 we did a 30-minute word sprint, and that was going pretty well. Right now the Dead Pete Society is all kind of scattered. I know Frankie's been really busy. Kevin got a new job, Mandy just got a new job, Jory got a new job and moved away, so it's been hard to nail us all down. But I'm trying to bring everybody back together, and I think we're starting to kind of filter in. Frankie just kind of calmed down. Kevin just got this great idea for a book, and I read the first chapter, and it's actually really good. So I think we're all starting to kind of settle down and get back into our groove. More importantly for me, though, I had to sort of combat a mental block because, as you know, last year I was really excited about having a book and getting published, and I pursued the traditional publishing route. Then I got really down about it, and I told myself that I wouldn't, and I did. Sometimes you just can't help that, right? So I decided I was going to go the route of self-publishing, but then I ran into a snafu with my actual novel, which kind of has to be scrapped. I might still be able to save it, but I'm still not ready. So what I need to do instead is write a different story, and this story's finally gotten to the point where it's working. So it's about 23,000 words now, so it's like a legit toehold in an actual book. But what I really want to talk to you about are two things. One is my attitude, and two is how to write easily. Because I had to do some self-searching in a couple of ways. So for starters, we'll talk about characters, which is my second point that I didn't actually explain in detail. So I've had to ask myself this question a number of times, and that's why writing fan fiction is so much easier for me than writing my own novel. Because most people will tell you that it's actually the opposite way. Because when you write your own novel, you can follow whatever rules you want to, and when you write fan fiction, you're kind of beholden to somebody else's. I think that it's opposite. I think that fan fiction is easier, and I finally figured out exactly why, and it's very important, so pay attention. The reason why writing fan fiction has been so much easier for me is because I know the characters. It's as simple as that. Like, because when I'm watching the show and I can envision these characters doing certain things, and I see the plot holes that I can fill in, it's because I know how they're going to react to every situation I put them in, or at least for the most part, or how to get there. So I'm taking a character that's fully fleshed out, basically a human being, and from that point it's just observe and report, right? So you see them in the scenes, and you see them acting out the story, and then you just write it down. With my originals, the reason I can't get started is because I have an idea that I know what the idea is. The characters aren't people yet. They're just, like, I might have assigned them a name and given them a few personality quirks, but they're not people. They're like malformed embryos that haven't quite turned into people. So what I've been doing, because I've been so busy, I haven't actually been able to sit down and write. So what I've been doing instead is just thinking. And as I've been thinking, my characters are mulling around in my head. And I'm getting to know my characters. So I'm getting to know Lyanna and Meryl's backstory. I'm understanding who it is this crazy evil antagonist that I have going is, and like the best friend character has fleshed out into an entirely like real person. And so I've gotten to this point now where I know the characters so well that it's gotten kind of easy, because like I can, you know, see exactly what it is they're gonna do. You can feel as they feel, you can think as they think, and you're like just to give you an example, a well-known example, Robert Downey Jr. is basically Iron Man. You know, like he was built to be Tony Stark. If you put him in any situation, you just know how he's going to react. He's Tony Stark. But it's like that. So you have to really know your character as a person before you can ever write their story, and it just makes sense, right? But it's taken me this long to figure it out. And now that I've done it, it's much easier. So if you're freaking out, I would recommend stop writing, just for a minute, and spend a couple days hanging out with your characters. Like, let them chill in your brain, and like, as you're going throughout your day, like as you're ordering your coffee, as you go out to dinner, as you encounter a horrible situation or have to have an uncomfortable conversation, think about your characters and how they would react to the situation, and you'll get to know them as people, and then it should be easy. So that's what I've learned, and it's making my life a lot easier. The second thing that I've learned is I've kind of just gotten at ease with myself. So there was a point when I was trying to publish, and I was reading up a lot, paying attention to what publishers were publishing, what agents were looking for, what people were reading, how people were reacting to reading, what was popular, the rules of grammar and passive voice and adverbs and comma usage. And so I've gotten to this point now where I don't care. And I know I said it before, but like I've actually accepted that I don't care. So I'm reading all of these Twitter posts from people, and they're talking about, I read one of my favorite authors today was posting about how she was looking into the usage of nor rather than or and nor. Like that was how she was spending her day. I'm like, okay, I just don't care that much. I'm just gonna write it. You know, if I've seen typos in legit published books, like, and they bother me a little bit, but am I gonna stop reading The Wheel of Time because somebody misspelled a word? No. No one actually cares about that. What they care about is the story. So, I know I can tell a story. I know I can build a character. I know that I can break people's hearts, and I know that I can freak people out, make them uncomfortable, etc. Like, I know that I can do a story. People have told me time and time again that I'm a good writer, that I've given them feels. I've earned fan art. Like, I have talent, and maybe it's not mainstream, but I'm to the point now where I actually don't care, and I'm okay with that. And I think that is one of the biggest problems with being a writer, is that so many people are worried about the craving of approval and the getting published and the being found, that a lot of times they lose touch with, at the core of themselves, who they are as a writer. And I've finally come full circle in the sense that I'm once again writing for me. Celebration time! So this is just me now writing stories, and I'm having fun again. So summer's ending, and I have a coffee, 2 days off, and I have a plate of s'mores that I just made in my microwave that I'm going to eat. I'm going to stay up really late. I'm making some words, and I'm hoping that we'll get somewhere. So if you're watching this, don't lose hope. I've spent 4 or 5 months not writing anything, and it kills me. But I'm good now. Hang in there. I'll see you around. Okay, bye.